they're a good team. They came with a big push. We know we can be better, so we're just going to gear up for Game 3.
Coming at it. Go ahead, Glenn.
What do you think changed in the second? You guys had, a big chunk of the shot share in that first period. That it seemed to shift there from that point.
Well, I think they might have changed us. I mean, they were getting fresh guys on and rolling. Even though I thought we had some good looks in the second, and I don't think we were getting dominated at any point. They're a good team. They're going to come with pushes this series. So, so I thought Stu was great. So, I thought that game could have went either way.
Can you pinpoint why it's been hard to draw power plays in this series for you guys?
Well, it's early on. They check with their feet. They're a pretty disciplined club, but I think we can do a better job of holding on to the puck and creating some momentum. So so they got to chase us around a bit, and that's usually when you get your calls.
For yourself personally, getting that goal, how big is it, and kind of going forward from here?
Well, it's good. Yeah, obviously, it's nice to contribute offensively 5-on-5. I feel like my game has been good since stepping in the lineup here. So having fun out there. It's obviously it's always fun to score.
It seems like a lot different series than the Vancouver one. This is more up and down the ice, and maybe the Vancouver.
Well, they're a dangerous rush team. Their defensemen get involved. They hold their blue line pretty well, so they do a lot of good things. But our team knows we got more, and so just on to Game 3.
What will you guys look to focus on in Game 3 when you head home in front of your fans?
Well, I think at this point in the year we understand the process we got to play to, and the game plan we got to stick to. Patient defensive hockey, and so it's just getting to it, and it's just executing it. And we're excited to play at home.
You got the split in the long run. Is that you guys came in?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, anytime you can start off on the road and come back with a split, I mean, that's a good thing. Obviously, it doesn't feel good right after a loss, but I thought we did a good job coming in here, and getting a win, and coming back to Rogers Place.
Great first period, I guess, and things shifted a little in the second. What did you see? You knew they were going to push back, I guess, but what did you see in the second?
Yeah, I really liked our start. I mean, obviously, we knew they weren't happy with the loss in Game 1. They were going to come out hot, but I thought we took that away from them. I thought we had a good first. I didn't think it was a great first from us, but I thought it was good. Obviously, we had a lot of shots and all that. But second, we took a penalty, gave them some momentum, and they kept coming at us a little bit, but I think we had our looks in the second too. It wasn't like we were dominated or anything. And then going into third, it's going to be one of those. It's a shot from the blue line. It's a tip. It's a greasy goal, if you will. But they obviously got it. Play off of it. We had our looks, but yeah, we couldn't really capitalize towards the end. And that's the playoffs.
A lot of block shots for them. A lot of good opportunities that look good for you guys, but they never quite got to the net. I guess my point would be, how do you fight the team that's blocking shots like that? Is there a strategy to just keep firing?
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously a good shot blocking team, but I think we had our looks. I hit the knob with 4 minutes to go. It's a 2-2 game at that, or it is a 2-2 game at that point if we score. So I'm not saying there was just one chance, but we had our looks. It's just a matter of bearing down, and we got to keep getting in there, keep getting in our nose in the paint, and we're going to get a tip at some point. I think we're playing well enough to win, but we still do have another level to our game, I think, and we're going to go home now. We got the split, so we're going home and regroup and come out hot for Game 3.
Mattias, along the same vein, why do you think it's been so hard for you guys to draw a lot of power plays, a lot of penalties from them in this series?
Great question. I have no idea. I looked at that Darnell's penalty today, and then 5 minutes later I get cross-checked right in the same spot in the paint. But, I mean, it's hard. It's physical. It's playoff hockey out there. It just seems to be we need to kill more than we get power plays. Whether that's just the way it has happened or not, I don't know. It's not up to me to really comment on that. But obviously we need to work harder to draw more penalties.
It seems at even strength, this is really, really close. A super tackle, and the margin is really slim at even strength.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at it tonight. You look at it Game 1. It's obviously Game 1 went to double overtime, and tonight it was one of those tips under the arm on Stu, and it's just one of those greasy goals. So it's also, we're in the Western Conference Final now. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard. It's going to be I mean, it's supposed to be this way. We've played these guys a bunch of times, and they know how we play, and it's going to be a tactical match. But at the same time, you just got to make sure you're on the winning side of it, and tonight we weren't, so we'll regroup and come back better.
What will you guys look to do in terms of your process when you do get back home for Game 3?
I mean, we're back in our barn. It's going to be exciting. I'm sure the fans are excited. So try to use the energy from the fans. Keep building our game. I really don't think, as you guys are on to, it's even games. And we got in here, we got our split, so we feel good about that. But now it's time to raise our level when we get home and dictate the game.
Lots in the first period there, Connor, but it seemed to shift after that. What did you maybe see that changed in the second or after that first?
I thought it was close all game long, really. I thought we had a good start. Great response there by Brownie and his whole line. I thought it was tight.
We look like a team that's really good at getting sticks in the lane and getting those cross-crease passes. How are you seeing that? They look like they have some pretty good mobile defensemen that can really get in those lanes for you guys.
Yeah, well, they're a good team and they defend well. They've been doing a good job of getting in lanes, passing lanes, shooting lanes. Two good teams, like I said, they defend well.
Connor, why do you think it's been so difficult to get more power plays, to draw more penalties from them in this series so far?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question.
Overall, you look at this, you get the split going home. I guess how do you guys feel about that? I know it's upsetting to lose this game. How do you feel about getting this game?
I guess that's a positive. Never like to lose. We had a big opportunity here tonight, and we didn't capitalize.
When they defend the way that they are, what are the things you just got to stick to, line after line, and for you guys in particular, like the things that'll get you through those tight battles?
Yeah, I mean, you got to make it difficult on them. Keep forechecking hard like we have been. Keep getting and taking pucks to the net. Just keep making it hard on those D-men.
Seems like one of those games where it's just someone has to make a play, right? Get a break, make a play, do something out of the ordinary. Not just you, but anybody on your team. I mean, like I said, the margins are small. It's a tight game. The difference is a little tip in front, and that's the difference.
At even strength, you guys are rolling 4 lines through the game. Everybody's in here. It seems really tight. It's like everybody's getting used, though. The depth is there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot's been made about their depth and how deep of a team they are, but we're a deep team too, and we can roll 4 lines with anyone, and
You lost with where you guys were playing the way you guys went into that third period. How did you kind of feel about that game?
Anytime that you play fairly well and have your opportunity to score and, you don't, I thought it would have been nice to come out here 2-0, but, obviously Dallas has a lot to say about that. I thought the story tonight was the play of the 2 goaltenders. We only got 1 goal, but chances we had and the chances they had, it could have been a very high-scoring game. But, I think we could have came out here with 2 games, but obviously it's just 1.
You need more out of that first period after dominating on the shot clock.
Well, more is in more goals. Yeah, that would have been nice. Would have set us up easier to go on from there. But they're going to make their plays, and we can't dictate the entire story. But I thought our start was really good.
Center right, Ryan Rashok.
Kris, what did you see on the goalie pull there? The timing of it, or just it ended up back down in your end, obviously, real quick. Was there something disjointed there a little bit, or?
A couple things, but obviously it's always difficult at the end of the game when to pull the goalie, and you want to get your best players out there and have it set up. But you also don't want to have too much time pass by without getting them out there. We probably would have liked to wait just a little bit longer. I see that we've got possession of the puck on the entry, and right away they change it. And I think we probably would like to just wait just a little bit longer.
Center left, Ryan Clark.
Kris, with that third period, what was it that you think that they did or maybe you guys didn't do that, A, resulted in you having as few shots as you did, and B, it seems like you guys struggled to maybe get settled at times. Why do you think that was?
I'm not sure. Maybe they just elevated their game. I thought we had some opportunities, especially late. I know Eki rang one off the stick, and there's a couple block shots. I don't know. We might not have had as many shots as we had in the first period, but for a tight checking third period where they're protecting the lead, we did have some opportunities.
Third row on the right, Daniel.
Kris, why do you think it's been so difficult for your team to draw penalties in this series so far?
I think I've heard a lot about in the past as being a spectator, not part of the NHL, not as a coach. The NHL, sometimes the standard gets changed a little bit. They would definitely want to make sure it's a penalty. Or in the regular season, maybe some things get let go. That's obviously unfortunate for us. We've got a very good power play, and we win a lot of games on the power play. It's unfortunate for us that it's tougher to draw penalties in the off season or in the playoffs, than it is regular season. But that being said, I think the standard's the same both for both teams. I'm not saying that it's unfair for us, but we would like the same standard.
Front row left, Josh.
Excuse me, Kris. What's the feeling going? This one stings, but what's the feeling going home 1-1?
If you would have told me 4 or 5 days ago that we could come in here and split against Dallas, who just knocked out Vegas, Colorado, 2 really good teams, and for us to come into their building where they played very well and us to split one, we would have taken that. Now it's a little more bitter when you win the first one and lose the second one, but we're just excited to go back to Edmonton and play on our home ice.
Back to Ryan Rishaug on the right.
Kris, there's obviously a real focus on defending McDavid and Draisaitl a certain way. What are you seeing from them in terms of the way they're handling your 2 big offensive players, and kind of what's the key to keep working their way through that?
I think they're doing a heck of a job working through it. And like I said earlier when I started about the scoring chances, and I'd be a little bit alarmed if they weren't getting their scoring chances. I think they have. Probably not at the same rate as playing a non-playoff team in early November. But, we'll look at that. But I think we had enough opportunities to score more than we did tonight. And, obviously there's going to be some tweaks that we can make. But, I think our guys are fighting through it, and I still think they're making some plays.